Paul Pelosi he's known for being in gay bars in San Francisco. Okay, he's known for that. He's also known for
What?
being he drinks a lot. Yes, and obviously we know that he got the DUI. Okay, so to put some things together, maybe he was having a
Wait,
lower
Pelosi's husband got a DUI and then he's been caught at gay bars in San Francisco?
that right.
Boom. Blow your fucking mind.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Tell me, boy.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles. Welcome back, everybody. I am Trebles Garcia, your humble host, and the best co-host on the fucking planet isn't here today, so big thanks, shout outs. But we have another amazing episode, guys. We give you guys this dose every single beginning of the month, bringing you the hottest topics around right now. Now coming with heat and another dose of greatness on our monthly Flashy Flash News 1 episode, striking while the iron is hot. We're bringing the return of Paranoid Radio's deep state correspondent. He was here before to speak about the depopulation, Donald Trump's raid, CDC vaccination, and he even shared a personal story that the majority of us are too afraid to speak on. Today, he's here to break the cages open to talk about Elon Musk, Twitter accounts, Pelosi's San Francisco raid, November 8th, Kanye West, and the three-headed beast beatdown. Please give a warm welcome to Flash from the Flash News _1 Instagram page.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, dude? Hey, dude, thank you so much for being here again, dude. Every single month you come here, we have a lot of people that give us bad news and a lot of people that appreciate what we're doing. So we're bringing you back because this is what it's all about. We all get to voice our opinions and also spread knowledge, just like Fox News, CBC, BBC, and all these freaking eyewitness news shit come and bring you their media and they pump out this fucking shit. We're also here popping out our fucking sources
That's
and
it.
our also stories. Now, we have a
That's
lot
it.
to talk about, dude. And the first thing I want to touch base on is something that you were mentioning before I forget. Brazil. Okay. So right
Mm.
before we jump in, we have a lot of shit cracking, guys, and we're gonna try to fit it on 30 minutes. But Flash,
It's
D-
crazy, bro.
dude, Flash is this dude. Flash, you can find Flash on Instagram, guys. Flash _news 1. He's still kicking. This guy drops videos every single day about the hottest things that are coming. He's a freaking MAGA supporter. So am I. Fuck it. Here we are dropping the shit. But guess what, guys? We're not only bringing you Trump situation topics, we're also bringing you things that are rocking the world, like the shit that's happening in Brazil. Now, Flash, give them a little bit of those for people that do not know you. Tell them a little bit about you, and then bring in the heat.
Yeah, bro. My name's Flash over in New York, which I think is going to turn red on November 8th. Fingers
Oh,
crossed.
damn.
Own my small business with my mother, and I got a little 1 year old, a beautiful fiance, man. And I'm ready to give it to y'all raw, man, because there's so much shit going on right now. And like my man was saying, it's not just local. This is geopolitical. Our movement is felt, worldwide, but the movement against it is also worldwide, and these people are powerful. The globalists, the communists, whatever you want to call them. So we
That's
want to
right.
get right into Brazil. Brazil. So now the current president is Bolsonaro. Now they call
Okay.
him the tropical Trump, okay, because he has
Oh.
very similar political beliefs as Trump. He's aggressive like Trump. He's for the people. He's a populist right wing
Mm-hmm.
president. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's Christian. He believes in religion. And Brazil is a very Christian, very Bible thumping country. And
Mm-hmm.
now his movement out there is just like Trump's here. It's popular. It's sweeping the whole country. He was been doing rallies. He had like 300,000 people at his last rally, bro. It was
Whoa.
the most insane thing I've ever seen. Like, you can get he has Twitter, I think, Bolsonaro. You can
It's
just
a
look him
really
up.
hard, it's a really hard idea to see these people with such a movement, such a supportive
Man, it's so
wave of
beautiful.
people,
You
right?
know, it's so beautiful. And what's so sad is that the people that are against it, own most of the media, so they're able to control the narrative around it. So, oh my God, they're extremists, they're nationalists, they're racists, they're this. And if you actually just go talk to these people, like me or you or these people in Brazil, they're just hardworking, everyday Christian people, that
Mm-hmm.
just want the best for their own people. And that's what Bolsonaro is. He's a populist president. He's very much for the people. And now,
Uh-huh.
even with the COVID stuff, they were going after him with that because he didn't want to mandate the vaccine. He didn't in Brazil, and he was for hydroxychloroquine. He took it himself, and they attacked him. That's when the media just went all out on him.
Wait,
Was
he's been
during
there
COVID.
since COVID, since
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Uh-huh. And so this is his second term coming up. So now they just had their election, right? This was 2 nights ago.
Uh
Now
huh.
everything is pointing to Bolsonaro. So they already had an election before this, but neither of them got the majority, so they had to go to a runoff, kind of
Uh
like
huh.
how we do it here with our Senate races. They go to runoffs, and then someone has to get 50% of the vote in order to win.
Uh huh.
So the first election they had, which was like last week, it was super close, but none of them got 50%, and that was already fishy because it already looked like so the guy he's going against is named Lula. Now you guys can look this guy up. Lula, he was the president back in 2002 to
Uh huh.
2011. Now this man was arrested for corruption. He was in jail. He just got out of jail,
How
and
is
he
he
was
still
let.
running?
So listen, so the Brazilian politics, bro, it's so crazy over there because their Supreme Court actually has a lot of power, just as much power as the presidency, maybe if not even more power than our Supreme Court. They have their own
Ah,
law
I
enforcement.
smell
They have
corruption.
they have their own police force. They can issue subpoenas. They can go after people. They can arrest people. Now the Supreme Court over here can't do that. They have no law enforcement arm of the Supreme Court. It would be the
Wow.
DOJ, but there's separation of powers. You got your judicial system, and then you have your executive branch, which
Uh
would
huh.
be the presidency. So that over there they don't have that. So the Supreme Court over there is far, far, far left. They're the ones who let Lula out. The Supreme Court came in, let him out of jail early, just so he can run against Bolsonaro. So the Supreme Court let this dude out, expunged all of his record, and he got
Get
arrested for
the
he
fuck
was
out.
bro, this man was running so many schemes when he was president. He had a car wash scheme where people were coming in for car washes, but then like it was like all fake. There was like drugs involved. Then he comes out. He was involved with China and the communist Chinese with the CCP, making backroom deals. He was selling the Amazon forest away. Like
Oh
all this
my
shit, bro.
god,
Yeah, it's like
dude.
so bad. It's like the worst you could possibly think of. This is what this guy was doing, right? So they let him out. So now he's running against this. And so now the Supreme Court made laws that you couldn't even talk about Lula's corruption during the debates or on social media. So you weren't even allowed to point out that this dude just got out of jail and he's a corrupt Chinese fucking spy,
Kind of
pretty
like what they're
much.
doing here. You can't say anything about
Yes,
January 6th.
exactly. Exactly. But they don't
Okay.
see God bless our constitution. Because this is the only reason why we're not Brazil or we're not these other countries is
Canada.
because of our
Mm-hmm.
constitution.
Uh-huh.
Right. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? And they have to take the government Canada, they can just stifle your free speech. The government can come in and tell you what you can and cannot say. Now
Mm-hmm.
they're doing that anyway because big tech is colluding with the government to do
Mm-hmm.
that, but they can't just blatantly do it out in the open the way it's happened in Brazil. So now, but everybody knows that this dude is corrupt. And when he was president, Brazil was not doing well. Brazil's been doing great. Their economy came back. COVID it hit them hard, but not as bad as other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so everyone was like, this guy's going to win. Bolsonaro, of course, is going to win. But
Yeah.
people were afraid of the voter fraud because since the Supreme Court has so much power over there, they use Smartmatic machines and Dominion just like we do. That's a whole
Uh-huh.
nother conversation. So the runoff happens. This guy wins. This was 2 nights ago. Lula won by
Okay.
like 0.1%. They said right, and
Uh-huh.
it doesn't make any sense because this guy has no support. He like it was just like Biden and Trump. The
Uh-huh.
guy, Lula's rallies had like 20 people. You know what I'm saying? While Bolsonaro's hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me like there's a discrepancy there. Like
Yeah.
people vote. It's about enthusiasm. People are if the people are showing up, they're gonna go vote for you. So now people are having questions already about the election. Now
Mhm.
Bolsonaro has not conceded yet. Now I think he's actually speaking right now,
And
like right as
how
we
is he
speak.
how is he still in power? Because if Trump would have done that, then all hell would have been broken loose, right? You would have
Right.
had the authorities go in there and pull him out by
Yes.
force.
Right. So they have a similar situation where they have a grace period where after you lose the election, I think it's like a month or two, and then you get out of office. So technically, he's still the president right now. So what he's doing is what Trump should have done, but he couldn't because we
He
weren't
would have
there
destroyed
yet.
his legacy.
Right, and we weren't there as a nation. Our consciousness wasn't lifted yet to the truth. There was not too many people were still asleep. If he
Uh-huh.
would have done what Bolsonaro was going to do is he's got the military involved. So now a week ago he said he's going to have the military monitor the election. He said that. He said that in a press conference,
So
and he
they're
said
gonna do the elections again.
so there's going to be an audit or there's going to be this is what I think we did. I think our whole situation in 2020 was a sting operation, and I think Space Force was created for a lot of reasons, but also to actually watch our elections. But so this is what Bolsonaro and Trump are really, really close. That's what people have to realize. So whatever Bolsonaro is
Ah.
doing out there, he's in constant communication with Trump. Trump's always talking about him on True Social, promoting him, encouraging him, endorsing him. They talk all the time. They have the same politics. So now,
Mhm.
so now Trump already went through this. So he was probably giving them the heads up exactly how they were going to do it, and they did it the same way, bro. Mail-in voting, the voting machines.
Get
All
the
of a
fuck
sudden,
out of here.
Bolsonaro was up, and then all of a sudden, this guy comes out of nowhere with 300,000 votes, just like Biden. They did the same thing. So now Bolsonaro already said, he said, listen, the military is going to get involved. I think he's speaking right now. We can do an update. I'll put it on my page as soon as he's done talking. I'll
Hell
talk
yeah.
about it. And it looks like he caught him. I mean, he says the military's going to get involved. We have an audit. He has not conceded, just like Trump. So that's where we're at in Brazil. Oh, so not only that, all the truckers have shut down the airport. You can't get in and out of the airport right now because all the
Oh,
Bolsonaro supporters have completely shut the country down.
that's some
Flights are
chaotic
canceled.
shit.
Bro, he's like, there's crazy videos about it. Like everyone's promoting it right now. So I mean, it's on social media if you want to go see it. It's beautiful. I mean, it's scary too. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's going
Yeah.
to happen over there, but the military is going to get involved. And so it's really the Supreme Court versus the presidency, and that's what's going to come down to. Bro. So are we definitely going to keep my eye on that? I would tell everybody to definitely keep your eye on that because
Make sure
that has worldwide impact for
we
sure.
have to make sure you keep an eye on that. And everybody that wants to get more of the scoop, make sure you follow Flash_News1 on Instagram, and he's gonna let you guys know what's up. And talking about
Yeah, man.
social media, the transition of
True.
power for Twitter.
Oh my God, man.
Okay, so this is a little bit what I know. What I know is Elon Musk actually made the official fucking buyout. He purchased it.
Right.
He's King Cock now. He walks around like a boss. He's over here. He's telling, you know what? I'm done with this shit, guys. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Love it.
He's a he has a freaking gauntlet and he just snaps
Yeah,
everybody into he vanishes everybody. All the
I love
CFO, the
it.
CEO, the freaking person that lady that shut down Trump's account. And then
Yeah,
he comes and he opens up Kanye West's. How is Elon Musk
beautiful.
involved in destroying the three-headed beast in this country, big dog?
Yeah, man. Listen, Elon Musk is a necessary tool. I have my own issues with him personally. I think he's trying to kind of lullaby the conservative
Word,
movement
word,
into
word. I believe you.
believing
Mhm.
into his stuff. So when he comes out in a couple years with a brain chip, we'll be like, oh yeah, it's Elon. He's on our side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
I hate to love the guy and I love to hate him too. I gotta
right,
admit.
but he's a necessary tool in the war that we're in. And also, you have to remember that Elon Musk is the biggest civilian contractor to the military because of SpaceX.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has worked very,
Starlink.
very, very closely with the military and with the presidency. Now, him and Trump had a great relationship. Trump openly says that. He just doesn't like competition, so that's why he's kind of like butting heads with him about Twitter. He doesn't want to join Twitter. But besides all that, Trump, so Elon is talked into the game. He knows
Hmm.
what the fuck's going on.
Uh-huh.
You can say that by the way he says things, by who he calls out, by what
Hmm.
he's doing with Twitter, because he understands that Twitter was mainly used by the deep state and the Democrat Party to create narratives, to push narratives, to
Hmm.
censor conservatives. And what they do is they get these bot farms. China has them, Russia has them, the
Yeah,
Democrat Party
yeah.
has them. So it's like two people
Anybody
controlling
has a
hundred
fucking
thousand
blue.
accounts.
Yeah, everybody has a blue check mark. Everybody that's a
Right.
nobody, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you'll see people all of a sudden with a blue check mark. Like during COVID, all of a sudden all these doctors came popping up with blue check marks. They only had like 50 people following them, pushing
Yeah,
out the narrative, pushing out the
yeah.
narrative. So
Hmm.
what they do is they get these bot farms, two people controlling 100,000 accounts,
Just
all
the
saying
same
the
way
same thing.
entertainers and rappers and all these artists, they just come out. I don't know when they buy bought to listen to
Yeah,
them on
right,
SoundCloud, on YouTube,
right.
get you the views. Yeah, all that
Puppets,
shit. Yeah.
puppets.
Hmm.
They're globalist puppets, and that's why all Hollywood is 99% liberal and globalist because they're controlled. It's not because they believe in the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's because that's Babylon, bro. That's the pit right there.
What about the
But so,
puppets? Okay, so he opened up Kanye West's Instagram account
mhm.
now, and
And
Kanye
he's
West
fact
has
checking
been
Joe Biden too.
yeah, hey, and Pelosi.
Yep, bro. This is what it's about, bro.
Okay, so
Go
Kanye
ahead.
West is ranting out now, and they're pushing him out for, I guess, anti-Semitic. And I'm doing quotation marks in the air here, guys.
Right,
Anti-Semitic. He's not anti-Semitic. And for
bro.
anybody to fucking just discredit the guy because you want to call him loony,
Bro,
it's
it's
just you're not even paying attention to what he's saying. There's a lot of things that are factual about what
absolutely
he's saying, dude. And he's not just ranting out. And even though he sounds like a crazy ass, at the
yeah.
end of the day, he's also somebody that does a lot more than you and I put together. Like, dude, I'm gonna tell you, this guy's a
Absolutely.
fucking billionaire. And I know he comes from the
Absolutely.
entertainment industry, but he's seen things that you and I
Right.
have not. He has
Exactly.
done things, he has connected and has networks with people that you and I don't. So
Right.
having him speak about things, I have a thing. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about him. I know it's not negative, but it's like, no, you know what? You have a caliber. You have this. You're at a point where you're extremely rich. You should bring extremely rich new stories or
Mm.
name drop that are higher in the conspiracy world that make us go right. But
Right. Right.
at the end, also you asserting all of us here in the truth community what the fuck is going on also fucking makes me believe even more about what really is going on, and people are actually woke, not awake. They're
Mm.
woke. He's all
Right.
pushing all this woke shit, and I love the fact that he's actually opening up and putting away the media. He's talking shit about the media. He's talking shit about how they control. He even put Kim Kardashian on blast,
Bro,
saying,
he's saying all the
"Yeah,
right things. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
But he's just saying them in the wrong way. You
yeah,
know, and how I compare it, is it racist to point out that the Italian mafia exists? I'm Italian. If
mm-hmm.
someone says, and I'm Puerto Rican, but if someone says the Italian mafia exists, I don't think that's racist to me.
That's not racist.
It's
You're
just,
stating a fact."
it's speaking of facts. So now, and you can say that about any other race, and you're not attacked. You can say
Mm-hmm.
that the African, there's a black mafia,
Yeah,
there's an Asian mafia. You can say all
yeah.
these, but if you utter the word Jewish, it all of a sudden
It
becomes a no go.
triggers. Yeah, and
It's
let's
just a
face it,
no
fool.
go.
Let's face it.
You
Almost
know,
every single media company is owned by Jewish
yeah,
descent. It's the truth, and I
that's
think they're
just what
fake
it is.
Jewish.
And that doesn't make all Jewish people bad. It doesn't
Actually,
make all
mm,
Jewish people part
mm-hmm.
of this conspiracy. But what
Uh-huh.
Kanye is really trying to get at is that how these people who run the music industry and make these contracts with these young black artists, how they
Mm-hmm.
rip them off, how they make so much more money off of their backs, and how they promote violence in the black culture and then make
Mm-hmm.
money off of it with gangster music and
Yeah.
this drill music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's up to the record label what music they put out. So
And the
it's you know what I
narrative.
mean. So and in the 80s and the 90s, it shipped hard. It
Yeah.
went from KRS-One, like mindfulness,
Mm-hmm.
openness, like really like deep thought. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
Rock Him and all this stuff, and then it took a real hard shift around Tupac
To
era, and
gangster.
all
Yeah.
all this gangster stuff
Pushing
started coming
crack,
out.
pushing
And
coke, pushing
you know what's
gangster, pushing
interesting?
strippers.
Well, no, what's interesting is a lot of people that own private prisons were actually involved in the music industry.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
and this goes back. This was also part of the CIA stuff too. The CIA was
To
running
drug on
a lot of
wars.
these
Yeah.
operations. Absolutely, they were running these operations that they wanted crime to go up. It
Check
was
this
and
out.
that's why they pumped crack
Yes.
into the black neighborhoods. Okay, they created crack. The CIA. They
Mm-hmm.
were running guns. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, like this is what they were, and then the people that own these record labels were making tons of money
Check it
off the
out.
death of black men.
Check it out. Check it out. If you had an ounce of crack, you would get up to 10 to 12 years in prison. If you had an ounce of cocaine, you would get 2.
Right.
A slap on the
Yep.
wrist. And where was
Yep.
crack found? In the fucking ghetto where these black nuclear families existed. So they
Yep.
deliver these fucking crack cocaines, drop the fucking care package all over the ghetto. People don't
Yep.
know how to survive, but to sell and make and then use fucking crack cocaine. They get caught
That's
up.
it.
Your family's broken up. Your family goes on Section 8. You're on welfare. And guess
And
what?
who wrote the crime bill? Who wrote the 1990 crime bill? Joe fucking Biden.
Damn.
That's he's the one who made those laws. So you know what I'm saying? But he's for black people, right? He's for black lives.
It's a
Come on,
never-ending
bro.
cycle, dog. It's a
Bro,
never-ending
they're all
cycle.
part of the same team, bro. All like this whole establishment, left and right. That's why that's what it is, man. This is why this election is so important because for the first time we have America First patriots that are coming out of their own personal lives that were never in politics before, that were veterans, that were small business owners, that were
Ooh.
everyday Americans. You know what I mean? And they're running for office. That's the way it's supposed to be because that's how it was back in the day. It used to be public, like people used to come back from war and then go run in Congress. You know what I mean? And like they were part of the heartbeat of America. These people have been in politics for 40 years. They have no idea what it is to be a middle class American or even a
Biden
lower
can't even
class.
define what an American is. And if you
Bro,
allow me to inject here, guess I know
yeah.
for a fact that Joe Biden is here now, not only destroying the power. And I'm not talking shit about only Joe Biden, but his full administration. And guys, again, I'm not trying to make you fucking vote red. I want you guys to do the research yourself. Check this out. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
drop a bomb right now. Check this out. I know for a damn fact that Joe Biden is destroying the middle class. And that's all I got to tell you. He is drawing
Absolutely.
a huge gap between the rich and the poor. The middle
Yep.
class in America now is being obliterated.
Yep.
The power grid, our infrastructure is being destroyed daily
Yep.
by all this fucking
Energy.
money yeah, the energy, everything, dog. So
Hmm.
I honestly think, and I'm not saying Democrats, because I understand that a lot of people that voted blue are also victims of the blue propaganda machine. I'm
Absolutely.
saying that Biden, people that are still woke and not awake, Biden, the Biden administration, his 40-year, 45-year run in the fucking in the politicians are destroying this economy and the fucking nation. They are not for the
Absolutely.
American people. He doesn't even
And
know
it's
how to
not by
define
accident.
America.
It's not by accident.
Absolutely.
Like these people aren't that stupid. They've been in politics their whole life. They know how to do this. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't tell me all this experience and this is how bad they're doing. No, it's a concerted effort to, like you said, break the middle class. Because in order to implement their agenda, we have to be a poorer country. There's no way we would accept all of this socialism, communism on its face. We don't need it. We have a very strong middle class, or we had. Do you know what I'm saying? So in order for us to accept this socialism, this big government spending, tax, handouts, 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 we got
Mm-hmm.
to be poor. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's about, bro.
Tell us a
And
little bit
that's what
about that.
it is, bro.
Oh, Pelosi. One more thing right before we end.
Oh yeah,
Pelosi, dog.
bro. Yeah, we got to talk about that, bro. Oh my god, man.
Bring that in, bro.
Listen, the moment this story drops, I already knew it was fucking bullshit. And you can go check my fucking feed. I was on this shit the second it dropped. I was like,
Hell yeah.
nah. I was like, no
This is
way.
how I found out through Flash. Through Flash
Because this
News
shit,
One.
there's no way that at 2:30 in the morning, a dude's walking around in the neighborhood of the Speaker of the House in his underwear, and nobody knows, with all these security cameras and alarm systems, Secret Service. She's the third in line to the presidency.
How the
You don't
fuck do
think this
you
shit is
not have
locked the
security at
fuck
your
down?
house?
Bro, the
Yeah.
only way you're getting in there is if you're invited. That's just what it is. Okay, there's no way this my man broke a window, and then so even the window that they showed, like the picture of, the glass is on the outside. It's on the sidewalk. I mean that window was broken from
They
the
broke
inside
the window. Oh my
to make
god,
it look
dude.
like that, bro. Come on. And then also like the whole story about him being a right wing extremist and all that, like all of that was created the day that this happened. So before that, this man he was homeless. He's been homeless for the last year and a half. He's a
Mhm.
nudist. He's a pro Fidel Castro nudist. Okay, he lives in a house that has BLM, or that last house he lived in, BLM flags all over it, gay pride flags all over it. He lives in
Mhm.
Berkeley. He's an illegal alien from Canada.
Mhm.
Okay, so my man is not a right wing. He's not a perfect example of a right wing extremist.
Wait,
So
so this
now,
is wait. Everything that you're saying is findable and tangible truth. You could search this and
100%
find
facts.
it. Okay.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. That's like the bare bones facts of who this man is. That's like NBC. Everybody's saying that. Now, if you dig a
Okay.
little deeper
Mhm.
about, so supposedly he was on this website talking about QAnon, and all of a sudden, because before this month, he was a left wing extremist talking about Fidel Castro and being a nudist. But
Uh-huh.
now all of a sudden, in the last month, he created this website supposedly that
Mhm.
talked about the stolen election, January 6th, all the flashy talking points from the left, right? All of a
Uh-huh.
sudden, he
Uh-huh.
follows all these things. But if you dig a little deeper, we find out that that website was actually created that Friday, the same day that this happened, and then the website was deleted on Saturday. So it looks like whatever happened, I'm not, my thing, what I think happened, Paul Pelosi he's known for being in gay bars in San Francisco. Okay, he's known for that. He's also known for
What?
being he drinks a lot. Yes, and obviously we know that he got the DUI. Okay, so to put some things together, maybe he was having a
Wait,
lower
Pelosi's husband got a DUI and then he's been caught at gay bars in San Francisco?
that right. So the DUI was all over the place. You know what I mean? Like that was like
Get
a
the
big
fuck
story,
out of
and they
here.
did all that too because supposedly there was somebody with him. That's what the cops said originally when he pulled him over his DUI. But then when they wrote it up, they said he was by himself. So it looks like my man's got little boyfriends all over the place. Okay, that's
Get
what it
the
looks
fuck
like.
out of
And
here,
and he was
dog.
just doing his thing. So and first of all, what were these two guys? So the cops said that. Okay, let's go back to the break-in. The 911 call, which is available, it's on my story. You hear
Yeah.
the cop say, Pelosi called me. He sounded confused, but he said that the guy's name is David and he's a friend. So there was no, and supposedly he was
Uh,
on the phone in the bathroom because he said he was charging his phone in the bathroom, and he went to the bathroom to call the cops. So what? My man David was just chilling in the kitchen, waiting for you to come out of the bathroom to beat you up, but he let you go to the bathroom to use the phone. Like, bro, the more questions you ask, the more ridiculous the story gets. So the
yeah.
cop went there, right? Supposedly he was let in by somebody else, a third person let him in the house. When he got in the house, Pelosi and this guy Dave were in their underwear fighting over the hammer. And then once the cop got close, that's when the guy Dave hit Pelosi with the hammer. So the whole story, what are they doing in their underwear? First of all, who was the third guy that opened the door? Were we having an orgy? Were we having a little party? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's looking like, bro. And we'll never know. They'll never admit it. But all you need to know is they haven't released the security camera. They haven't released the cop body cam footage. Okay, because that should have been released immediately. And
Mhm.
any other circumstance that has high public interest, they
Mhm.
always release it to get the story straight. And now the story's changing. Now they're saying that they weren't in their underwear. Now they're saying that
Yeah.
there wasn't a third guy that opened the door. So because people are starting to ask questions now. So and now they're trying to say that. And my man is pleading not guilty, by the way, because we haven't even heard from this dude yet. We haven't heard his story. We haven't heard nothing. They
You know what's
interviewed his
funny?
neighbor. Go ahead.
um a lot of so I listen to CBS and NBC. I listen to a lot of different podcasts that have news on it to catch up on the
Yeah.
news to see what the mainstream is saying, so that I
Right.
go search it up, because a lot of the things that I listen to is always conspiracy, right? So look, if you're gonna fight these people, you have to know what they're fighting with, so you come with the
Absolutely.
facts, guys.
100%.
So that's what I told you today when I sent you that message. Like, I don't want to sound like an idiot. I want to make sure that you come with your receipts, and you've been bringing
All
them.
receipts.
Check this
Yep.
out. They said that
Daily Mail. Go
suppose
to Daily Mail. Go ahead.
they said that they came allegedly, and that he was looking for Pelosi, the girl, Nancy, and that he was gonna hit her, break her freaking kneecaps, and he wanted to put a message out for all the Democrats in the Senate that they were gonna have to roll her in, like all these, to get these
Right.
fucking sympathy votes. And then at the end, they ended with this. This is what they said: he was a right wing extremist. Get the fuck out of here, dog. You're doing this exactly like we all, like you just said, to use it for the votes on November 8th. And you know damn well you're hiding. And I've been listening, I heard on Fox News. I don't know why. Sometimes I think Fox News is fighting for the good, for the good side. Like Fox News actually
Some of
dropped
them,
and
yeah.
they,
Some of them are for sure.
yeah, he's like, the dude was, I forgot his name, the reporter. He's one of the main dudes in there. He's like, okay, one of the most protected people, the third power of the chair and the power of the United States of America, does not have a fucking security detail at her own house. Like, what the fuck is that?
Come
That's
on.
like saying the Pentagon, the most protected building in the planet, got hit by
Right.
a freaking by an airplane, a Boeing airplane, and
Right.
nobody saw this. Like, what the exactly
That's
at
just
that
as
county building?
crazy.
Yeah, it's retarded,
Bro,
dog.
and it just shows you the power of the media to create a narrative and push it. Because if enough outlets start pushing it out, and then if you try to challenge that, people are like, "Oh no, that's not true. I heard it on CNN that it was
Yeah.
this, and that," and they have
Mhm.
no facts. So what the facts that they're using is that one website that supposedly he was using, but when you
Mhm.
go look for it, it's now deleted. And if you go on the Wayback Machine, Gateway Pundit did a whole article on this. They have the receipts. GatewayPundit.com. They have the
Yeah.
receipts. If you go back, it'll say it was created on a Friday and it was created in the state of Alabama. I thought my man lives in California. Okay, and then it was deleted on Saturday. So that's the only basis for him being a right wing extremist. Were those two websites, and
Yeah.
they're gone. They're just
Mhm.
they disappeared. So like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So now I want to see. So now his lawyer is saying he's not guilty. I want to see what the defense is going to be. But see, the thing is that the Pelosi's have so much power in San Francisco. Like that's why, like the DA there, the cops there will say whatever this woman wants. She's been in power, for 40 years. She's been in politics, and they're fucking bro. They got some power. They're insider trading. They do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? So they got a tight iron grip on this whole narrative. But my guess is it's all going to come out after the election. That's when we'll find out what really happened. Right now, they're just
Damn,
going to keep
dude,
it
this
tight.
is a freaking. I also shared this video, guys, and I was like, I was waiting for the right moment to drop it to make sure something else came out on these rallies that the Democrats and the Republicans are pushing out. And check this out. I put it up on Instagram on Paranoid, and I told you guys this shit actually happened. Obama was getting
Oh
booed out,
yeah,
not even booed out. They were chanting "fuck Joe Biden" throughout his entire speech. Like, this really happened. And as that was going on, a couple of days before, people broke out and chanting the national anthem while
mm,
Donald Trump was having a speech, and he backed up off the mic, and then he let the people continue singing as a patriot act. Guys,
yep,
if this is not enough proof that something
right,
is happening, dog, that people are actually waking the fuck up, then you're still
absolutely,
blind, and you deserve what's coming to you, dude. It's
absolutely, bro.
absolutely proven now. It's like, I don't know how to put this out. Like, people are still, they're
They
just
they can't
asking.
hide it anymore. The red wave. It's a red tsunami, bro. It's gonna be shocking a lot of people. My prediction is we'll at least get 40 seats in the House, and we'll take the
Ooh.
majority in the Senate, probably by 3 seats. That's nothing
Absolutely,
to me.
dude. Flash underscore news one on Instagram. Make sure you follow this dude, Flash. Let him know what are your final thoughts for this, man. You hit Brazil, you hit Pelosi, you hit San Francisco, you hit the November 8th, you hit Elon Musk, Kanye West, Twitter. Dude, we hit all the main topics, dog. Thank you so much, dog. I really appreciate
Same
this,
business,
bro.
bro. Yo, man, thank you so much, bro. It's always a pleasure, man. Speak to y'all. Yo, man, just know that the next 7 days are going to be absolutely insane. The amount of propaganda that we're going to see, the amount of fake stories coming from the mainstream media. Just know in your heart that the Democrats ain't it, man. Remember the lies for the last 2 years. Remember all the lies with Trump, and remember in 7 days when you go vote.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you so much. Flash from Flashy underscore news one on Instagram. Make sure you check him out, add him up, and look at all his content. Keep up with the Brazil stuff. Keep up for November 8th and the Pelosi news. Flash, thank you so much, dude, for being here, dog. Peace out, man.
Paranoid Radio.